A little bit dark to be walking home from the cliffs, I think. I couldn't help myself. I was working. It's such a nice day. I thought, I want to go and play. Yep, you're looking at a 53-year-old child. So I thought, I need to try out 2 different ridgeline techniques. So I'll come up to my favourite hiking spot, and then I'm going to go and jump into that little woodland over there. There's no sheep there, so let's go. Right, I could have just walked across the field here. There's some dog walkers up the top. So I'm going to walk around here and then walk back down where they can't see me. I don't want any interruptions because I've got a lot to do. Quick dash across the field. There's literally no leaves in this wood. It's rather sparse. So I've got the sun behind me there, full camo kit on, and I'll have a tarp up in no time. I'm really quite exposed in here, but not going to worry too much. Once I'm inside, no one can see from the outside. The sun's setting. It's now about 3:30, 4 o'clock. The sun's setting about 5. So, this is Everyday Prepper. Welcome back to the channel. And thanks for joining me on this Tarp Tea Time edition. The main crux of this, I'm not going to have any tea or breakfast. I was going to bring some kippers, but I've eaten enough already today, and that's another different story. But what I wanted to do was test out 2 different types of ridgeline. The jungle knot ridgeline, which I've made up. I did a short video on it the other day. I'll show you that. And then another one, which is a random thing I found on YouTube, which I don't know what it's called, but it's a really nice little setup, so I'm hoping it'll work really well. So I'm not sure about this area. I've just cleared this area here, but I've just spotted another area over there, which is slightly denser, still no leaves, but there's some good trees over there, so let's go over there. I said I'm going to walk just over there. Well, I'm here and I'm right at the edge of this copse. This copse is so small, it's like 1/4 of an acre or something, if that. It's tiny. But I'm miles away from any paths or anything, so nice and secluded, so we can try a couple of things out. And I might even get a brew on as well. I've got some coffee with me, so we'll do that. Right, I'm going to get the mic set up and get the get my ridge lines laid out so I can show you which ones we're playing with, and then get the tarp set up. Right, so here's the so just checking my surroundings, make sure I'm not being crept up upon. Now here's the 2 doodahs. What do you call them? Ridge lines. So first of all, there's my tarp, my favourite tarp, especially for the colouring. It's going to be the lighter one. This is the jungle knot. So we have one toggle in there, and then the other end's just knotted, and it's knotted all the way through the same way with a couple of few inches in between, sort of a hand's length in between. And that's so that you can attach various bits and pieces to it. And you loop that around the tree, pull it tight. I'll show you how it's done in a sec. And same the other end, and the knot locks itself in these loops. Like, I'm trying to do this one-handed, but it locks in there. I'll show you on camera in a sec. This one, slightly different. So we have a toggle on one end with a stop knot so it doesn't drop off. And then what we're going to do is that's going to go around the tree, and then we're going to use that for tensioning. Locked off by the toggle that hopefully hasn't been weakened by me drilling it. And then we've got this one here, which is you literally pass that loop around the tree. This is on a prusik knot here, so it can slide. It could be any knot really, it doesn't have to be under tension. It's just to keep that on the rope, on the what do you call it, paracord. So I'm going to loop that around the tree and make another loop to tie it off, and then this goes through that loop to lock it off, and then this one is for the tensioning. So let's try the jungle knot first. I'll show you how that should work, and then we'll move on to the next one in a second. So the jungle rope goes around the tree like that, and you just literally chuck your toggle through it, no tension required, and that's tied on. That's that end. So I'm actually about neck height. Hopefully you can see this. So this is coming around the tree, pass it all the way through. Oh, I have to zoom this in on editing. So it goes around the tree like that. You pull it tight like this. That's pretty tight, right? And then you just chuck your knot through it, I think. That's it. That's it. I got it now. You pass this through. It's really fiddly, which is why I don't use it very much. There we go. And then you tighten it up, and the knots supposedly get at the right angle. The knots lock like that. What I should have done, let's put it through the other one. Let's see how awkward this bloody thing is, and I'm really wary of people around as well. Just want to get the tarp up, and then I know I'm hidden. Right, let's try that. Tension. There you go. I mean, that's pretty tight. It's not level, but we don't worry about that. Anyway, that's a load of crap. So what we're going to do is show you the other one, which I'm really looking forward to trying out. That should be a lot better. This gets caught every time you're trying to pull it through. It just keeps getting caught. So I'm going to do that. I think it would be probably better if it was maybe the first 3 or 4 feet was done in double loops, and then just single cord for the rest of it, because otherwise you've got all that wasted rope. You have to double up on it. I mean, it's 20 metres of rope, but you only get a 10 metre ridgeline out of it. A waste of time, really. I might just undo the whole thing and save the paracord. Anyway, let's get this other one up, and then what you do is the loop needs to go around, but this toggle needs to stay this side. So I'm going to slide it down on the prosec. This is going to go around here, sliding that around, and then we're going to put a loop around through here. Get my toggle, and then just pull it tight, I think. Yeah. Well, I could do another loop, but that's about, pull that tight. That's it. And the good thing about this, I can just slide my hand down a rope without getting all knotted up in that jungle rubbish. Right. Now the only issue here is the wind is actually coming from over there, but this is how I'm setting it up, so hopefully the wind won't cause too much ruckus. Now that's putting nice and tight that end, so what we're going to do is loop it around here like that, pull it all the way through, including my toggle. Right, and then here is where the genius occurs, apparently. So slide the toggle down the rope like that, and then we're going to do the tensioning loop. So there's my tensioning loop. No, I've done that wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Tie a loop in here. Oh, let me get this right. Tie a loop in here. That through there. That's it. Right. The toggle gone. Right, so I tied a loop in. I've got my tensioning loop here. Like that. Pull that piece tight and then slip the toggle in there. No, I don't. You put another loop in to lock it. That's what you do. Like that. Pull that through and pop the toggle in there. There we go. And then tighten that up. There we are. Reasonably tense. I could get that better. If I'd got the trucker's hitch better and actually knew what the hell I was doing, I'd be alright. But you know what? I'm bored of arsing about anymore, so let's get a tarp up. Hope you didn't see that absolute shambles of a setup. But I'll have to do. Yeah. Right. Here we are again. So I've got my setup. It's not warm. It's way too open. What could I have done? Probably a plough point with one end tied to the tree, plough point pinned in. I might do that because it's freezing. It's coming in from that direction, so the opening can be here. I'm going to have to reset this up. How embarrassing. Anyway, you get the picture with the ridge line. Although it was a bit of a faff and I messed up the tensioning, I mean it's tensioned enough. High winds, I'd need to get hold of that and practice that. But passing the paracord through and around the tree and everything is so much easier than that silly jungle knot stuff. I don't really see a very good use for that, unless it was jungle knotted at either end. Even so, it'd be a faff. So I'm all for the paracord and having that set up with some toggles. I think best way. I want to get a brew on, but I'm going to have to. I may as well not have a shelter. This is so cold. So I've messed this up. But it won't take me a minute. So I'll come back to you in a sec. Right, that's a bit more warmer, low profile as well. You probably saw me struggling with that. Well, not really. I've never set up a plough point tarp with an oblong or rectangle tarp. Normally I have my 3 metre by 3 metre, and you just do it corner to corner, nice and simple. So I pinned it up. Went to pin it down at the back and I thought, oh, what have I done? But it's actually worked out quite nicely. So I think we're all good. I've got quite a bit of room in here now, look. All the way down here, all the way down there. Storage room down there. It's all enclosed at the back where the wind is coming from, so that's good. That's what we wanted. Now, what was I going to talk about? Trousers. I've been on a diet, right? Now, I've taken up something called Pilates, and it was under the recommendation of a viewer. Now, as a guy, normally I would do weight training, maybe calisthenics. I've tried that. I always thought Pilates was just for women and was, like old women, basically, in pedal pushers, jumping up and down, just trying to keep their muscle tone before they die. But I couldn't be more wrong. It's really, really hard work. It's very much on a par with calisthenics, using your own body weight. And I thought I'd try and ease myself into something. It was recommended by someone who regularly watches the channel. So thank you for that. I've done a few sessions and just copied it off YouTube, beginner sessions. Boy, does it hurt the next day. But one thing it doesn't do really, because it's an anaerobic workout, so far anyway. I'm sure later on it has aerobic workouts, maybe, I don't know. If anyone who's watching does Pilates, then you'll probably know better than I do. But because it's anaerobic, there was no sort of cardio and you don't lose fat as such. So I've gained muscle all around my legs, my abs, my core feels a lot stronger. So I've also been dieting as well as doing extra push-ups and stuff like that. And I don't know if you remember, there was a while ago I made a video. I bought some trousers on the internet and they were like size 39, which I'm not. I'm like 38 max, usually about 36. Most of my trousers are 36. And these are supposedly a 39. I couldn't get in them at all. I mean, literally the button was like so far away. So I bought one of these trouser extender buttons. And I used to do Clean Easy years ago. We used to sell them on there like hotcakes. And I tried this thing on and it just looked embarrassingly awful. So I thought, I'm going to have to lose the weight. So you saw my little short where I was on a fasting day. Well, I carried that on and I've just been starving myself, basically, just only eating protein and vegetables. No carbs, no pasta, rice, potato, chips, or bread. None of that. Only the odd bit of fruit, some fibre, as in some beans, some pretty much an Atkins kind of diet really. So I'm in ketosis at the moment. You test it with these little stick things, and hopefully they'll get the fat burning. But anyway, a couple of days ago I tried to get into these trousers and I did the button up, and today I got in them and I did the button up and there's a bit of room for some bit of wiggle room. So I will be wearing them out soon. I'm sure you'll be very pleased to know. But in an environment like this, you need kind of camo gear, really. The ones I've got are digital DPM, so they're probably best for an urban environment. And I'm thinking the best place to wear them will be on the on that rifle range, on that concrete there, that yellowy concrete. I reckon that'll be spot on. So one of the Tarp breakfasts we're going to do soon will be on there. We'll give that a go. Right, I think there's no one going to be about now, is there? I don't know. I'll tell you, that's what I was going to say. I'll tell you why I'm paranoid. Always looking over my shoulder. I realised the other day, when I was about 17, 18, I went to college. I left school early. I went to college and I used to bunk off college because I hated it. I was studying psychology, A-level, law and accounting, all three. I mean, why on earth? I was just interested. I don't know what I was going to do with them. I was always interested in psychology. Accounting, not really, maybe business. But anyway, I mean, that was boring as heck. Anyway, I hated it, especially the law. There's so much to do with the law. So I bunked off. So what I used to do is I was still living at home. So I used to get up in the morning, go down my local woods and literally bivvy up for the day or for late morning until my parents had gone to work, and then I'd trek back to the house. I mean, a bit embarrassing really. That's not really normal behaviour when I look back at it, but hey ho. And I wonder if that's why I'm constantly looking over my shoulder in the woods, possibly. You know, nothing more sinister than that. Literally just, I'm used to being a little bit paranoid. So there you go. Anyway, battery is about to run out on the damn camera as usual. Let me just double check it. 39%. It's been filming for about 5 minutes. It was fully charged when I came out. It is a bunch of shite. So what I'm going to do is put a full one in, and then make a cup of coffee. Can't have a cup of soup or anything because cup of soup's too carby. It's no good, is it? Right, let's get the battery in and I'll be right back. Talking of being paranoid, I can hear voices quite close to me. But so I was just investigating, but I took the opportunity to stand behind the tarp. Check this out. Blends in really nice. From a distance, I don't think you'd see that. I don't think you'd see that at all. You'd probably hear me jabbering away. Can't imagine anyone coming in here at night. Anyway, let's get on with it. Faffing about, worrying about people. Right, here we go. Okay, back in the shelter. A bit warmer. A little bit warmer in here. Right, let's get the stove on. Now, did I bring everything? Pretty sure I did. Coffee. All good. Good lighting. True pro camera work. There's something else I was going to talk about as well. Oh, what was that? Thanks for your comments on the last, from the last video on the beach. I had good fun down there. Actually, it was all right. But yeah, appreciate your comments. All very pleasant. I'll show you something else as well. That light's quite blinding. I thought, oh, what if? Because quite often I put my camera outside the tarp, as you can see, so you can see the tarp when I'm filming. I thought, what if it's raining and I'm in the tarp, all nice and cosy? Because I've got a media mod on my Hero, my Hero camera, GoPro. It takes away the waterproofing because it's got like a mic muffler on it. So I thought, God, wouldn't it be great if there was like a hot shoe adapter, like a brolly that you could use? Did a search. Hey presto. How good is that? Little hot shoe adapter and it just goes on top of the camera. Goes over the top. It's brilliant. Whether it's waterproof or not, I don't know. It is Amazon. Probably just rain straight through it. But anyway, I thought we could always try that in the hope that we don't get blown away. All good fun. Right, let's get this on. I just realised it is about 5 minutes to sundown. So I'm only having a coffee in the dark at this rate. Still, it beats working. It really does. Oh boy, when I get my retirement money, trying to get me out to work is going to be really hard. I don't envy Mrs. EP's job to usher me out the door. Well, it's not really her job, but if she tries, she's going to have a job. She's going to have trouble. Okay, get this boiled up nice and quick. Get the coffee on. Where are we? Let's put the guard around there. That's better. Lovely. yeah, this Pilates is quite interesting. I've got aches and pains in places I didn't know I had. So it's quite interesting. It's good though. The session I do is only 25 minutes long. I do it a couple of times a week, just to, you know, keep me standing. It's kind of battling with the muscle wastage. That's what I'm finding. You know, it's all right stuffing your face, which is what I've been doing since Christmas, just stuffing my face. Cakes, bread, sandwiches late in the evening, you know, really, really bad habits. Hardly any protein. So I've ended up with just fat, no muscle, and it's not good. But what I was saying about the cardio is I also need to do more of these hikes, because even coming up today, and I haven't been up for a couple of weeks, the weeks go so quick, don't they? Especially when you're older. I mean, I know that's a known thing, that you experience time faster when you're older. But yeah, it flies by. You know, suddenly 2 weeks and I haven't been up here, and it's like, God, I'm unfit again. I need to be doing it 2-3 times a week, you know. So yeah, when I've got more time to myself and I don't have to work all the time, well, get out and about a lot more. Birdie bedtime, all the birds are coming into roost, hiding in their trees. I think this gas canister has almost had it. Got a newish one here. We'll have to try again. There you go. That is how it's done. Right, I'll have a brewski in no time. I've got a full battery on the camera. Yeah, so what I've been doing for my diet is cooking up loads of chicken. I don't really like eating chicken because I've got chickens for pets. I did stop eating chicken for a while, but it's just ease, you know, fry it all up and have that in a pot with some seasoning, and and then I'd have like some sliced carrots and stuff like that for a bit of veg, a bit of carb, and then black flask of black coffee all day. So I'm like buzzing my nuts off, eating protein all day, and I tested myself on one of those keto stick things, and I was like off the scale. You're not just optimal ketosis, you are full on. So I had to calm down a bit. So I had a Tunnock's tea cake today. I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but it's only the one. It was only wafer thin, but it calmed me down a bit, and that won't be happening again. I could actually have some cheeky white now. I did bring some. God, that wind is going all over the place now. Almost boiling. We're all good. Somebody asked me a while back in a comment and said maybe I could show my survival gear, or what survival gear I have out and about. I'll have to check the comment again, which will be buried no doubt, but I mean, I'm more than happy to. The light's faded now, it's a little bit dark, and I want to get my coffee and pack up and go really, but I might do that next time. What I'll do is I'll break open my bag and show you, and just line it all out to show you everything I've got with me, because this is kind of my go-to bag really now. If I go out, it's got a couple of tarps in it basically. It's got a med kit in there. I've got my cooking gear. I have some coffee. I don't have any MREs or anything like that. And I can't eat those now because they're all full of pasta, aren't they? That's no good. They're all full of pasta. Oh, it's boiling now. They're all full of pasta and stuff, which is all carbs. So that'll blow my diet out. I need a high protein one. But yeah, I could get all my gear out. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have. I'll bring my hiking sticks. I completely forgot. I brought my... I brought my camo knitting. You can see that on there. Come on, I put it underneath. I brought that just in case I wanted to conceal myself a bit more. I wasn't sure where I was going to be able to go, because if there was like sheep in the field, I thought I might end up going somewhere else. So I brought that, forgot to use it, so I'll use that another time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got in there. Lots of lines and guy ropes, cooking equipment, a box for my mic set that I use, frying pan, plate. It's just cooking stuff really, not really much camping gear. What I've got in my holding bag at home is, you know, my sleeping bags and my inflatable mattresses and stuff. I use this thing, this inflatable here, which I keep forgetting to open up. It's a self-inflating thing, but it's just better than sitting on a tarp, because under here there's loads of wood and rocks and bricks and shite. There's lots of bricks around actually. I think there used to be some sort of building in here. Must have been probably an old barn or farmhouse. And so yeah, all that's at home. You know, my pillow, things like that. So if I was camping, I'd be repacking the bag to, probably wouldn't have a frying pan. I'd probably just have a mess tin and pare it all down. I want a bigger bag really. I want a bigger Bergen. I have got a 90 litre Euro hike at home, which I got from Go Outdoors. It's only about 15 quid. It's mad, it's huge, but it's not very wide. It's really long, so you can get lots of stuff stacked in, but you can't get all these big rolled up stuff and my tent and everything else. Can't get it all in there. So when there's leaves here in the summer, this might be a good place to camp in a tent. I might even tarp it, because it's warm enough. I mean, I've tarped on the cliff, didn't I? In which isn't too far away, but I don't know, half a mile away from where I camped. And this is a bit more discreet, so to speak. Right, that's all good. That worked a treat as usual. Yeah, I look forward to getting on the breakwater, the sea wall again, because I can get my fire stove on there, my wood stove thing, and get that burning. I think what I'll do next time as well is, rather than trying to heat the frying pan straight away on the fire, is just let the whole thing die down to embers and then cook on it, because otherwise you end up with this absolute load of charcoal on the bottom of anything you put on top of it. As you can see, it's still on here as well. So it's all a learning process. I'm not professionally taught or anything like that at all. You know, I have learned most of it from her book and YouTube, really, documentaries, and I'm still learning as we go, obviously. Which is half the fun. Oh, whitener. Let's get some whitener in there. Where's that gone? There it is. Right. Some of that. It's getting dark fast. This light's working well. There you go. Takes the edge off. It's a bit carby, but we don't worry about that. Yeah, so very nearly, when I was leaving work, what's that? Oh, that's not very good, is it? That sort of exposed me somewhat. I literally thought somebody had just pulled it off. Oh, a numb leg. God, I'd have to get pins and needles. Yeah, that didn't work very well. The earth's quite soft here. I didn't bash the pegs in, and it could probably do with another guy line pulling it down, you know. Maybe it was a bit makeshift, but done the job so far anyway. That's the main thing. It is cold though. I'd probably need a proper apex with all the sides in, like I have, like a proper plough point. I have got my other tarp with me, but I can't be asked to set that up now, obviously, because I'm nearly finished. Yeah, so see, that's filling up like a parachute now. Wind has changed direction. Very interesting. Let's just peg that down a minute, just in case. There we are. It's slightly more secure. Right. This light's probably going to give the game away as well. Yep. Dog walkers. He hasn't seen me, and he won't hear me in here, so. Ah, you can still see me. That's good, isn't it? These things just. This is a cheap one. This thing here, I'm trying to just fold it back round, and it doesn't do it very well. I mean, as long as it goes into its box at the end of the day. Then I don't really care. That's it. I reckon from the outside this tarp will probably, although it looks like it's all lit up from underneath, from outside I think it'll be pretty camoed. Blending in. I'll check it in a sec. There is naturally where some trees are fallen around here. There's like trees laid down. It's like a big camp, you know, where people sit on the trees and campfire in the middle. It'd be perfect for that. So I was thinking, oh, there's a way of angling the tarp over the top. I'd have to break some trees down though, some of the dry stuff. This is dry, but I don't think it's dead. I don't want to break any of that to make some room. But that would be good if I could get the tarp angled over the log. Then I'd have a seat, and then I wouldn't have to buy a cramp every time. Never mind. Oh, that's cooling down quite quick. The temperature's going to drop. I think it was about 2 degrees supposedly this morning when I had planned to pop out and do a tarp breakfast. But I ended up getting up late and then going to work. But I know that it's going to get cold because it's been a clear day. There's not much cloud coverage, and which is good because I don't really want any rain on the way home. But I do need to get back before it gets too dark because there's no lights up on the cliffs, and it's a good sort of 2-mile hike back to the car. I don't know about this tarp. I do love this tarp, and I want to try it out in heavy rain. But I think for sleeping in, it's a bit small, and I think the closed-in version that I use with my 3-metre proper camo tarp, I would be more inclined to use that because it's got silver inside as well, reflective, to keep the heat in, and it works really, really well. Keeps me warm. But I might try this. I might try it in the height of summer. If I just do a little apex, pin it down at the sides loosely, and then sleep in it. I like a tent, but I only slept in the tent once, well, a couple of times last year, once on camera at the campsite. But But if I think going forward, I'd like to try a little bit more open sleeping. It's just I don't think I told you this. One of the nights that I slept, the one that I really didn't like, and felt really uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable setting it up and everything else. And that woods is a really weird woods. It is supposedly horribly haunted and everything else. Anyway, not that I really am into all that, but it just felt wrong. But that night, I was all enclosed and everything else, and I was sleeping. But in the middle of the night, something was crawling under my tarp, and it was rustling underneath the tarp, and I was like, I got my boot and I was bashing this damn thing, and it kept going. It just kept coming underneath. I don't know what the hell it was. Someone suggested it might have been a mole coming through, but it was literally like whack-a-mole. I was whacking this thing. My heart was going like nuts. Horrible experience. I just didn't understand what was going on. Is this going to chew through the tarp? Is it going to break out and attack me? I don't know. You know, in the UK we don't have anything that attacks you. But it was definitely some kind of mammal, like a rat, mole maybe. I don't know. It was too small to be a fox, I think. But it was bloody persistent. And yeah, so I don't know if I'll be staying there again. Anyway. Well, I haven't, have I? Oh, that was nice. That was really nice. Okay. Packed up. It's when the sun goes down like this that, you know, I like to just be inside the tent and go to sleep. Because just when you start seeing shapes and you start hearing all the sounds and all the other crap. Please just get in there. I said to my wife earlier, when I get some money, I'm going straight down the surplus shop and I'll spend a fortune in the surplus shop. She was like, if we're moving, why are you going to buy loads more crap? She's got a point. But I won't be listening, we'll be having none of it. Anyway, let's check this tarp out. Yeah, it sticks out a little bit. I wonder if the other one might be better. You know, with the like my trousers, actually, the darker camo. Certainly for an evening. Right, I'm going to get packed up and head home. God, it's bright. Leave no trace. God, it's really cold now. Surprisingly warm in that tarp, even though I didn't feel like it. Right, let's do a crafty escape and head on home. Hey, thanks for watching everyone, and I will definitely see you soon. Just walking across this lovely grassy field. My chickens would love this.